So what's up, everybody? Mixed Breed Entertainment, and I'm your host, Big Sassy. So tonight is the big giveaway. That's right. Tonight is the big giveaway. We are going to be giving away the Randonautica item. That's what I'm going to be giving away today to one of the lucky winners. And I have a hat with everybody's name in it right here. Everybody's name. And we're going to be taking a drawing, and we're going to be giving away the item to one lucky winner. So stay tuned. Yeah. If you happen to see those dolls move behind me, please comment down below. And if you like the video, just hit like and subscribe. And I'll share. We're going to be on our way to 100 subscribers here for too long. And yeah, good old times, parties. Next time, when we get to 100 subscribers, I might have a live party online for the next giveaway. Something big for everybody. But okay, here we go. We're going to do a drawing. Here's the name. I don't know if you can see this. Miranda Barker, you have won the prize for tonight. Congratulations. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. Winner. So yeah, the winner of the prize was Miranda Barker. And what's up, my shitty vids? We just got on here and did the drawing. You're the only one that showed up. But yeah, for the rest of the night, we're just going to be investigating the basement here. We're still having a lot of noises. I got the dolls behind me here, and I got a camera set up on them. And if anybody sees these dolls move, just let me know. They're sitting up right there. Um, yeah, last night after the live stream, Jeff hit me up, uh, and man, he wasn't joking. Man, he kept sending me these comments in the chat saying that we look like brothers, that we look like twins, and he sent me a friend's request, and yeah, man, he looks just like me. Looks just like me. But he's a cool dude. Hopefully, I'm gonna have him on the channel for too long. We might make a trip up there uh, for too long to see what's happening up his way. But for tonight, yeah, if you happen to see these dolls move or anything like that, hit me up. Tell me in the comments down below, um, because they're behind me and I don't have eyes in the back of my head. So yeah, I know here in a little bit we're going to be doing some more spirit box uh, sessions to see if we can get them to communicate again tonight. Uh, Maybe see if there's anything happening in the rest of the house here. I have a camera. Uh, yeah, we should. That's a great idea there. Um, for the dolls that are behind me, I got one camera on the dolls, and then I'll have one camera to where I can be walking around the basement. Um, and then there's the other camera that's there at my desk, uh, and it should be on the dolls as well. Um, Hopefully, we can get some good EVPs um, and some good comments coming through the other side. Um, you never know what's going to happen tonight. I'm not for sure what the moon is tonight. I don't know if it's supposed to be a full moon or not, but usually, one night it might be worse than another night. Some nights we might not get anything at all. I didn't purchase the dolls. The dolls were given to me by several people. The twin dolls were given to me by a guy. Actually, I just got them in the mail. And there was a little 14-year-old girl that actually gave me Miss Clementine back there in the middle. And they're just going to be staying with me here for a while, a couple of months, until I can see what's really going on with these dolls, if there's something latched onto these dolls, or if it might have been something else with the previous owners. Maybe, I hate to say it, but maybe their house is haunted. Um, maybe they have some other thing in their house that's might be attached to something. But I know they were terrified and they sent the dolls to me. Yeah, they are haunted. I know Miss Clementine, she moves every now and then. Last night during the live stream, this one here actually moved very, very, very slowly, but she moved probably about 2 inches away from where I had her sitting last night. And you can kind of tell it on the live stream. But in my last episode where woke up this morning, and when I woke up, the dolls actually had something written on the pieces of paper that was in front of them. last night during the live stream, I just handed them the sticky notes, put it out there in front of them, and then I just put 2 pens out there. I wasn't expecting to have anything written on them when I woke up this morning, but the first thing I seen when I came down to my desk was I noticed that there was something written on them notes. You can go back and watch that episode if you want to. That's why I'm going to be having more cameras running a lot more. We might leave this live stream on for maybe 4 hours tonight to see if we catch any movements with these dolls. We might not have the actual podcast to go on that late. I might go to bed in 2 hours and just leave the live stream running to see if we catch any movement on video. My shit says I didn't catch that. I was kind of drinking barbecue and I was out of the session. I do edit my own stuff. The edit software that I'm using isn't all that great. I go over to a buddy of mine and I help him. What I do is I shoot music videos. I shoot rap videos here in town in the local area. What's up, Jeff? Good to see you tonight. But yeah, I shoot music videos and I edit them through a different software. And I'm working on getting that software put on my computer. I'm hoping to get it put on there not too long from now. That way I can make my videos a little bit better. Like I said, there's in the software that I use for the music videos, there's a lot more effects that come into play and that I can use. But the editing software that I'm actually using for YouTube, it lags. I don't have that many effects on there. I can only do so much. So, I do have problems with some of the editing on my videos sometimes. Like sometimes my locations on Randonautica just won't show up. And even though I convert the software, convert the videos over to where I can put them on YouTube, it looks like they're complete, but when I actually get them on YouTube, there's something wrong with them. Sometimes something doesn't show up, or the word, like I'll edit some words in one of the scenes and the words won't show up. But I'm working on getting that better software and see if we can get some better videos out there. But like for those who are just tuning in, I will be probably leaving the live stream on tonight, especially after I go to bed, just to see if we can get any movement and catch any movements out of these dolls. I'll probably leave one on the dolls themselves and then see if we can't get a camera maybe facing the rest of the basement here to see if we can catch anything in the basement moving around. So, I mean, if anybody, is just absolutely bored and just want to watch, nonstop of just dolls sitting there in a empty basement, maybe you'll catch something cool, maybe not. I know my mic that I'm using, my digital mic, man, that thing will pick up some sounds. I was listening to my headphones and I was editing a sound that I was recording. And about a block away, there's a little business, and you can't hear anything in the basement when you're down here. I can't hear the vehicles go by, but man, with this digital mic, I could hear people talking a block away across the street in the parking lot, talking on their phone. and that was really, it was really kind of creepy to know that that thing would pick up that kind of sound. It was very faint, but you could still hear them back there across the street. Um, so sometimes if I'm too loud in these videos and the live streams, just tell me because I'll have to turn this mic down. Like I said, it picks up a lot of noise. Um, I got it turned up a little bit to where if there is a voice that we don't hear with our ears, the microphone might catch, might pick it up, and it might come through the audio, and you guys might hear it yourself. I might not hear it, but you guys might. I know I'll be sitting down here late at night editing, and it'll be like somebody's whispering in my ear. I'll get tugs on my shirt as if somebody's trying to get my attention. And this was even before I got the dolls in. Um, the for I started the live stream and started uh, recording here in the basement because we were having stuff that was happening. And you know, I'm trying to catch what I can. I know there are people out there that try to stage stuff, um, but I'm trying to catch this stuff live. That way, you can see that it's not me doing it. I won't be in the basement at the time that this is happening. So hopefully, here in the future, we can catch something and put it out there. We'll stream it, share it with everybody, especially if we see these dolls move. Now, Miss Clementine back there, I have noticed that her facial expressions are different. Some days she's smiling, some days she's got a concerned look, some days she's got a mean look. I know earlier uh, I kind of looked at her and was just kind of admiring the doll and everything because it is a pretty doll, even though it's a creepy doll. It's a very pretty doll, and her face was different today. Her eyes were actually looking off to the left when they're normally looking off to the right. And I don't know if it's because when I first got her, I had her set up in front of my desk and she would be kind of facing uh, toward the left, but her eyes were to the right as if she was looking at me. And now I have her placed on the opposite side, and her eyes are different. Her eyes are different. Um, yeah, so I'm hoping to catch her uh moving. I'm hoping to get her on video, and you know, um, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Um, I don't expect you guys to take my word for it, but during the podcast, you never know. I know when I'm sitting here and I'm not paying attention to nothing. Sometimes I'll have drawers open up here in the basement. Um, I'll have cans thrown out of the pantry into the other room, and I admit, man, it is terrifying. It is absolutely terrifying to be down here late at night because I've seen too many scary videos, and it makes me want to shit myself. I mean, I will be down here terrified, but I'm trying to put this stuff out there for you guys. I'm trying to give y'all content to look at and to watch and just to see what's going on, because Some people don't realize what's going on out there in the world. Some people are too busy to notice these things, to notice that there are ghosts, to notice that there are shadow people and jinn and there these things are absolutely 100% real, and until you start to investigate these things you just think that it's something made up out of a movie. And trust me, I used to think the same thing when I was a kid until I saw it for the first time when I was a kid, and I grew up to these things, these weird, strange happenings around the house. You could see footprints, you could see handprints, like wet handprints on the cabinets. The cabinet doors would open up. Um, I slept in an old house, an old farmhouse. They had an old coal basement, and my bedroom was right there next to the coal furnace, and right outside my bedroom door was the wheelbarrow. And at the age of 9, I had to wake up every hour and put one of those big old huge pieces of coal into the coal furnace so that we would stay warm at night. And let me tell you, man, the coal dust would be all over everything, and you would see these coal handprints on the walls even after we got through cleaning. Um, we would uh, we especially in the basement we would see a lot of shadow movement down there, and I hated living in the basement, staying in the basement by myself. My dad, my stepmom, and my stepsisters and my little brother, they slept upstairs. um, and a lot of crazy things happened to us when we were growing up. We would see red orbs, we would see blue orbs. I know on the property that was Cherokee area, and not too far from there were Cherokee burial grounds. I know right on our property there's a little valley, and in that valley there used to be an old cabin with a barn, and there was a lady who lived there way back in the 1800s. And the Indians actually um, killed her and burned her barn down, took her horses, and uh, we do believe that she is one of the spirits that haunt the grounds out there, because you can see her down in that valley next to the well. You can see her on top of the hill of the valley. Just a lot of strange stuff out there. And uh, growing up to that kind of stuff and seeing it, and then you try to tell your friends about it, and your friends are looking at you like you're crazy, like, what's this kid on? And even all the way up into my teens. um but eventually, my friends, they would be over at the house and they would see something and they would be like, man, I'm never going to your house again. It was always hard to keep friends because they was always too scared to come over, and it caused a big problem, a very big problem. And then um, we started seeing strange lights in the sky. We would see uh, lights in the sky, and they would come down and they would go down in between the valleys and dip down in between the trees and things like that. And then, I started to get into investigating, the UFO phenomenon, and the rabbit hole just kept getting deeper and deeper and deeper, no matter what. It was like, you know, man, the bottom of this rabbit hole, there's no bottom. There is no bottom to the rabbit hole once you start to get in to the paranormal. And man, I'm hoping by having this channel and doing the things that we have planned, um, you know, I definitely need to catch it on tape. I need evidence. I need to give that evidence to you guys and to see what you guys think, because I know what I'm seeing. You know, uh I see it. I see a lot of things, and it can't be answered. Um, there are multiple realities, and when you get in to those realities, laws of physics change, and you know, for what is different for us might be different for another reality. So what if now a theory that I have, one theory that I have is, what if these spirits, what if they're not actually dead? What if these spirits are from another parallel reality that is so close to our reality that we are, because of the energies that are going through our solar system right now, the waves are inter intercrossing one another through time and space, and they might collide with each other, where we get a glimpse of maybe just a faint window of this reality, the alternate reality that we normally can't see. And when this happens, we connect with this reality thinking that it's a ghost, when really it's a physical being in another reality. And what if they hear us and think that we are ghosts? What if they have questions and is trying to communicate with us, because, you know, to them we might be the stupid ones, we might be the ones who have passed on, or and they're trying to figure out the same thing we are. But you know, we can't really tell if the theory is correct, because we have no way to prove it. So, but the phenomenon is still that we still see these evidence of whispers, of noises and things in our physical reality moving without anybody there to move them, you know, physically. It just moves all by itself. So, you know, it can't be explained. It's just like the people who disappear all the time in national forests. You know, there'll be a group of 5 to 10 people, and they'll just be walking down the trail. And if somebody is 15 feet away and just happened to be at the right turn at the right time, they come up missing with no explanation. I mean, within seconds, they are not in ears view, or, you know, they can't be heard in the area. You can't see them. You can't track them. You don't know what happened to them. And with that many people in your party with you at the moment that you disappear, and they are frantically looking for you around that whole area, and you cannot be found, and then months later you're found in the exact same spot that they were looking. uh, are you going in to these small warp warp holes that will, one minute you're in this reality and the next you might be in another reality, and be there, and in that time, time might be uh longer and uh more strung out in that time reality. You might be there for years. In reality, in our timeline, you've probably only been gone for 5 minutes, or vice versa. Who's to say that when you go into these, when you step into nature and you go into these gateways that you cannot see with the human eye, and you go into these realities and you end up somewhere else, you might only be gone for 5 minutes there, but in our reality, you might be gone 6 months. And that's the reason why they can't find you in that time period, because you're not there. And then by the time that you return, 6 months have passed. There's all kinds of theories out there that are going on right now. People getting abducted. Bigfoot is out there, chupacabra, giant bats. Uh, and now, the vampire thing is just going on way too much. Look, the vampire is thousands and thousands of years old, and when you get into the reality that there might be vampires in our uh, own reality, you you got to look at all these little evidence that they have put out, because it's not just in entertainment that they talk about the vampire or they talk about the werewolf. You know, they talk about that through ancient texts and ancient script and so on, just like aliens. The Sumerian race, which was the very first race that had written language, according to our scientists. And they say that there was a being that visited us from outside of our solar system, and that they had a map from the outside of our solar system to the inside of our solar system. So I mean, when you look at these ancient texts and you start to study them, and you read more and more into their culture, their religion, and their beliefs, you begin to realize that through thousands of years, every culture in the world believed in one higher being, whether you relate to that being as God, as energy, or whatever you want. They all state the same thing, just in a different language. And you got to remember that just by figuring out that these texts are real, because you got to remember that that was the only way that they could get their information out, was to write things down on concrete tablets and leather material that would last for a long time, and coffins that they could create symbols on, because they wanted their kids and their grandkids and so on to remember what they have learned when they were learning things, their spirituality, their religion. They wanted to pass it on. So we have to look at these things. We have to look at these proofs, and we have to believe that, yeah, these things happened. These things are real. And scientists are now starting to prove that things in the Bible are real. They can connect things and stories in the Bible with real things. Just like the Bible will talk about UFOs. You know, people say, I don't believe in aliens. How can you not believe in aliens, but you believe in angels? Because angels are not from this earth, they are from the heavenly realm. They're not from this earth, just like demons are not from this earth. Demons are from hell. So when you get them in reality, when they are here in the physical reality on earth and we see them, they are not from here. Technically, they are extraterrestrials. So, how can you say that you believe in angels, but you don't believe in aliens? How can you believe in demons, but not believe in God? People say that they believe in the devil, but they don't believe in God. Some things that people say, especially in the name of religion, whatever it might be, Satanism, witchcraft, Catholic, Christians, you know, whatever it may be, it's real. This is real stuff in our reality. And when we get down to these things and we start to realize that this is real, in our minds become awakened, and we are aware of these things being manifested into our reality, that's where the law of one comes in. We can start to manifest great things into our physical reality. Now, is that what Randonautica does? They say that you can manifest your every desire through Randonautica. That sounds to me like the laws of attraction, except it's coming to us instead of us thinking about what we want to manifest and it just manifesting into our life. Now it's becoming easier, and it's getting closer into our reality to where it's manifesting itself into our technology. Now our technology is a tool for us to manifest things through this app, Randonautica, the law of one, the attraction, where we can sit there and manifest our deepest desires and then manifest that on a spot on your map. And you can go to that location and find what your deepest desire is. How does that work? Is it really connected to our quantum psychic abilities through quantum mechanics and dark matter intertwined? And we are now, as a culture, as a human species, has enough of us come to the point to where we all realize that this could be true, that this could be really happening. It kind of reminds me of the monkey effect, where you take a hundred monkeys and put them on one island, and you take 100 monkeys and put them on a totally different island, and when all 100 monkeys on one island figure out how to use a new tool, all of a sudden on the other island, every monkey is using that tool without anybody showing them on that other island that that tool can be used like that. It's an effect that comes in and manifests itself through a species, so that the whole species learns as one. That's psychic abilities right there. It's where you are picking up on someone else's idea. You know, do you think Tesla was the only one that thought about electricity, the way he did? What about all the other inventors that have invented things throughout time. And then hundreds of years later, without anyone seeing that invention ever, all of a sudden someone else invents it and says, hey, I have this new idea. In reality, it's not a new idea. It was there all along. What do you do? How do you comprehend these things when your whole life you were taught one thing? You were taught that these things don't exist, that you were taught only one thing. You might have grew up Christian. You might have grew up to where you only believed in God and you didn't believe in aliens and in other life on other planets and all this. And then all of a sudden you alien and it disrupts your faith and you start to question that. But to me, it doesn't question my faith, because in the Bible it says God created everything. That means everything in the universe, everything, all life, every alien civilization that is out there was created by one being. Now, is that saying that this being is they say that we live in a matrix, that our reality is a hologram, that it was created by this other reality, and they can prove this. Scientists can prove this. Well, if they can prove it, then you know what? It says in the Bible that we were created. It says that we were created. So, who created us? Is our reality just a simulator? Whatever it is, it was created. So everything in this universe that was created was created by the same person. So you just can't sit there and say, I don't believe in aliens, or I only believe in angels, or because all this stuff is real. It has been given to us through thousands and thousands of years, and it has been interpreted different ways through thousands and thousands of years. But still, our reality is our reality. And when it comes down to Randonautica, manifesting things into our reality, good things and bad things, because there are people out there that do Randonautica that comes across good intentions. They come across beautiful intentions. And then there are some that has evil intentions, and they want to come across a dead body, or they want to come across something scary, and then it manifests it into your reality. So is this going to be our future, where our technology is going to start manifesting things for us? What about the 3D printers? If we can manifest what we want into a program and then put it into a 3D printer, we are manifesting our intent into our reality through our technology. So how far will our technology go? Who knows? Who knows? I know that through time and through evolution, that one day all answers might be revealed, hopefully soon. I know out there, the conspiracy theories that are going on out there, they talk about, disclosure is going to be revealed to us by the end of this year. Some say it's going to be before the election. Some say that it just depends on how the election turns out before disclosure comes out. I know Trump, he said on national TV that he wanted disclosure to come out. He believes. Obama believed. And Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton talked about aliens, but he really didn't talk about it. He put the thought out there to us. Bush put the thought out there to us. So when disclosure comes out, how will it change your reality? Because they say disclosure is being kept from us because of the thought of panicking, of people panicking in the collapse of society and the collapse of religion, and they're afraid people are going to freak out and start going out there and destroying stuff. We're already going out there and destroying stuff. We're already out there and protesting in things and destroying our own towns. So I believe that disclosure might actually help humanity. It might actually keep people from destroying our civilization the way it is, because it brings a broader picture to everything. Just like ghosts. Ghosts are here. They are in our reality, and I will prove it. Just like one day we will prove that there are UFOs and aliens out there. So for tonight on this broadcast, we partied, we gave prizes away, and I did nothing but ramble on about theories and conspiracies. And now we're gonna just, relax and try to prove that the paranormal does exist. Because I catch stuff around my basement all the time moving, but I don't have any witnesses. So I'm hoping by setting these cameras up and having my live feed on for hours and hours through the night, I'm hoping that you guys will watch and keep an eye on my basement and see if there's anything moving in the background, and to point it out and to tell me, hey, last night on your video, I seen this at this point. And I will go back to that point and I will look at that footage, and then we will put it on the next day and we will get it out there and show everybody that, hey, this exists, because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to prove that the paranormal exists. So right now I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go upstairs, and please feel free. Just watch the dolls. Keep an eye on these dolls while I'm taking the break, and see if there's any movement. And I know you probably can't tell right now, but this one here, from the beginning of the show, you can't see this, but on the table that these dolls are sitting on, there's actually a black and white checkerboard on top of this table. And I had placed these dolls in a specific place on the checkerboard so that I could tell if they were moving. This little Missy right here, she is moving inches by inches. I mean, very, very, very small movements, but she is moving. And one thing that I have noticed about these dolls is I have tied their shoes. All three of these dolls, I have tied their shoes on 4 different occasions. And every time I come down here, strings are untied. All 3 dolls, their shoestrings are always untied. So for those who are just tuning in, Miss Clementine here in the back. She likes to move around. Her facial expressions change. I've had her long enough to know that she does uh, little movements, but I haven't seen her move a whole lot. This one, she moves ever so slightly. This one here, now that's a different story. That one there, you hear whispers, you hear laughs, you hear little shrieks of kids. These are young kids. And or they might have been older spirits that had taken on the appearance of kids, the voices of children. But between the two of the twins, I believe one moves and the other one is more vocal. So I'll be leaving the microphone on and I'll be leaving the cameras on. And like I said, if you see anything move, just let me know. Now, at this time, I'm going to be taking a break. I'll see you in just a few minutes.